The Sports Ball Stuff podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Sports Ball Stuff with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the major sports stories that intrigue us and the little stories that enrage us.
The entire state of Alabama is salty. I even hear Nick Saban is salty, saying that they got robbed. I was watching multiple TikTok videos of like CBS, NBC, all of the major network sports.
Yeah.
I didn't see what Pat McAfee said, but everybody was like, SMU lost their title game. Why the fuck are they in there? Not a 3-loss Alabama team.
Right. Like SMU had, with the title game is what, 2 losses?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? They didn't lose to an unranked Oklahoma team or a Vanderbilt team.
So here's what I would say to Alabama fans. Welcome to the world of Notre Dame.
Fuck those guys.
But also, not even that. If Notre Dame had 3 losses,
they would not be in the playoffs. They wouldn't even be on a New Year's bowl game.
They wouldn't be ranked.
No.
No.
Maybe LSU and Chase.
So, yeah, if you...
And LSU gets to play Baylor, I think, in the Texas Bowl.
And what is clear is that they did favor the title games.
Okay. Finish, and then I'm going to say something because I went down a rabbit hole, and they were saying that no matter what happened, the Power 4 conference champions are the top 4 seeds.
I get that, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Fine. But how the fuck does Notre Dame drop to 7 and not be the first wild card, as we're calling it that?
Correct. So looking at the bracket.
That's what I'm trying to pull up now.
So Notre Dame they're not in the ACC, but they're aligned with the ACC. So
is that why?
So Clemson's so if they were number 5,
right,
they would be facing off with Clemson.
What are we doing? Champions League rules now? You can't face somebody in your own division? What the fuck?
So in this case, is like I think what they're going for is part of the alignment is also, and again, like let's not pretend that college football is doesn't concern ratings or anything like that
or money.
Right,
NIL,
yeah.
I'm looking at you.
So,
I will fucking shit on you in a minute.
As I stated before, if things play out in a favorable way, if you look at the bottom of the bracket, then in the semifinal round, you would have Penn State versus Notre Dame, which that gives everyone
the country a boner.
Correct.
Yeah,
yes.
exactly.
Yeah.
Just like on the other side, if you had Oregon playing Texas, or the boner would be, the Final Four would be Ohio State against Texas and Notre Dame against Penn State.
Yeah.
Like every TV executive in the world, head would explode and
their
balls would
some
explode.
of the most traditional perennial powers going against each other.
That would be the Final Four that
and so
NCAA would want.
If you look at this structure, that's what it looks like.
So, right. So why is Texas...
Now, again,
how many losses does Texas have?
2, yeah.
Okay. So why is Texas 5 and Notre Dame is 7? Notre Dame has 1 loss, right?
Correct, but according to them, so Texas, I think, lost... Well,
both games to Georgia.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is number 2.
Oh,
so
whatever.
That's where, I mean, like, if Notre Dame had lost to a ranked team, it might have been more favorable. Anyway, I'm fine. As of right now, I'm fine with the seeding. Because Notre Dame gets home field advantage.
So that's my next question that I haven't dug into. So the higher seed in the first round plays at home.
Correct, yeah.
When?
Our Notre Dame plays on the 20th.
That early?
Yeah.
Oh, God. So what do they do in the quarterfinals, Christmas weekend, and then the semifinals like they would normally do?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Fuck you, NCAA.
I'm just, and again, I'm just saying this the thing that has favored Notre Dame this year is consistent play.
Right.
So
I mean, it's the defense.
Yeah, well, no, actually, oddly enough, this year it was the defense in the USC game, but that was because everybody was scoring at will. Like,
Right, yeah.
Notre Dame has the highest point differential of any team.
Because of the defense.
Well,
But
and
that also means the
you're
offense
right,
is scoring scoring touchdowns.
Correct, yeah.
So, all right, we'll go through this real quick. I still think Notre Dame should have been 6th, at least. I don't know why Penn State's there, but they only have 2 losses now.
Correct, yeah.
They lost to Ohio State, 9.
Yeah.
And they lost the championship game to number 1. So here's the question. What if Notre Dame was undefeated? Because they didn't win one of the Power 4 conferences, the best that Notre Dame can do is 5.
5, yeah.
The absolute best.
Correct, yeah.
The best that any of these teams could do outside of the Power 4 is 5.
Yeah.
Like SMU, did they win they lost to Clemson, right?
Correct, yeah.
And they're still number 3.
Yeah.
So they did not win their conference championship,
but they still
made the top 4.
Right, because they didn't have as many losses as Clemson did.
So why not put Texas there with 2 losses, or Notre Dame there, or Penn State there? Notre Dame has 1 loss. Why can't they be 3?
I'm fine with Notre Dame versus Indiana.
But I'm trying to make.
Well, also
you should be fucking fine with that.
Well, no, but also again, like look at these matches, like Notre Dame versus the University of Indiana.
I get it. That is yes, I get it.
I mean, we could sit there and go, "Oh, these rankings are based off of their schedule or whatever." No, like the Notre Dame is in
Boise State. I said SMU. I meant Boise State at number 3. They did win their conference championship.
Yeah,
I apologize.
Yeah,
I apologize.
But like Notre Dame versus this is probably, I think, the first time in my memory that the University of Indiana is even in that conversation
to be playing Notre Dame in the postseason.
Right. Yeah.
Facts.
Or playing Notre Dame at all. Like.
No, because you're right. Notre Dame is more of an ACC team than a Big Ten team.
And even in the old days, it was like if they played the Big Ten, they only played the top.
Ohio State or Penn State or Michigan.
Or Michigan used to be a rival.
That Michigan used to be a rival.
Michigan State and Penn State. Penn State
really?
was
Michigan State.
Oh yeah, that used to be a big.
I knew
rivalry.
it was Michigan and Penn State.
Well, any neighboring state was like a.
You know why I say that? Because fuck Michigan.
Yeah. No.
Although, except when they beat Ohio State.
Yeah.
Fuck them.
You mean the Ohio State?
You know what? They can shove right up their fucking pussies. Wait, what did Jameis say? Fuck you right in the pussy.
Did Jameis say that?
I think he did. I think he got up on a picnic table and said, "I'll fuck you right in the pussy."
Well, I know he did say that the horse is ready for battle, but I go by God's will. So
I'm praying to God to take away the pick sixes.
Yeah.
God damn it, Jameis! I love you so much.
But anyway.
Okay, sorry. Whoever signs him next year, you're getting a winner.
But yeah, so like Ohio State versus UT, you're getting second best out of each conference.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Texas and Clemson, that's clearly them giving Texas a clear path to face Arizona State.
Correct. And Clemson making it because they won. If Clemson doesn't win that championship, that's Alabama.
Yeah.
Right, number 12. But you're right. That's Texas Arizona State, right? Or
Texas will destroy Clemson.
Oh, and Arizona.
Yeah, they will. Yeah.
Is that Arizona or Arizona State? I can't fucking see the goddamn.
Oh no, it's
right.
It's Arizona State, I think. Yeah.
Here, I'll tell you right now because they actually have.
Because Arizona doesn't have a good program.
Arizona State. You're absolutely right. Which is what I thought too.
Penn State should win against
SMU.
Should, but Penn State is
They're like the Brian Kelly of the Big Ten.
Yeah, unfortunately, James Franklin, who came from the SEC.
Is that who their coach is?
Yeah.
He's been there since Paterno left, right? Or was there one in between?
There was one in between, but for like a cup of coffee.
And then him.
And then they hired James Franklin,
the guy with the glasses, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he coached Vandy, and he brought Vandy back, or Vanderbilt back up to at least some prominence.
Respectable.
Yeah,
Well, they're still respectable.
They are now, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But they dipped back down a little bit, and then
again, that is a brains college and not
correct,
a
yeah,
brawn.
yeah. Well, no, same as like, I said it's like you got Vandy,
like Stanford.
Vandy's in the SEC to boost their GPA.
Correct.
Same as like Mizzou.
I was going to say Stanford, but that doesn't.
Well, that's why, Stanford came over to the ACC. Mm-hmm. But, like, in the SEC, too, like, all these people that are like, what's Mizzou doing here? Like, you need their GPA so that you don't get fined and bullshit like that.
And they need something to offset the Texas and Oklahomas of
right,
the world.
Yeah.
Although, I guess A&M makes up for that because they got a pretty good graduation rate.
Well, yeah, but that's also because because of the Army.
I was just going to say that is because they are super specific about their enrollment.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, so we'll go through this. Texas, Ohio State.
Texas wins.
I mean, sorry, Tennessee.
Ooh.
At Ohio State. And right now we are considering everybody healthy except Georgia's QB. Ohio State.
Yeah.
Just because they're Ohio State.
I'm sorry, UT. I'm sorry.
Yeah, me too.
I love you.
I would love to see you get there.
Yeah.
Texas, no question.
But that's designed to set up what should have been the
Big Ten championship.
Yeah.
Correct. But Michigan fucked that up. Good for you, and also fuck you.
Yeah.
Texas beating Clemson. I'm not worried about that. I have forever this season not believed in Indiana.
Yeah.
Only watching highlights, and I think they avoided all of the big players in their conference, right?
Yeah.
So I like Notre Dame from what I've seen and watched all year.
I do too.
Penn State, I think SMU was they were found out against Clemson.
They were a dark horse.
Oh, I saw what you did there.
It was their first year, but it's also was their first year in the ACC. Yeah.
You fuckface.
But it was their first year in the ACC.
Not SMU.
Or like their second or third year.
Not the SEC.
No, in the ACC.
Correct. Yeah, okay. All right. I heard you wrong. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think it's their first year in the ACC.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
So,
because before they were in whatever that Conference USA or whatever that shit was.
And remember, they're coming back from near annihilation.
You mean the death penalty?
Yeah.
That's what we'll call that?
Yeah.
Like Baylor basketball?
But, ideally...
Penn State wins that game.
I would love a Penn State Notre Dame game with shit on the line. That is the kind of stuff.
So where's this? So we know the next one. So let's see. Notre Dame and Georgia would play here
in the Sugar Bowl. Sugar Bowl.
Ohio State and Oregon would, I'm assuming, play in the Rose Bowl. Or is that too?
Is it too early? Yeah.
Or too traditional to have?
Yeah.
Right. Maybe it's whatever's in Arizona. Was that the Doritos Cocksucker Bowl?
Yeah, whatever.
I don't know where Texas and Ohio, whatever. Who gives a fuck?
It doesn't matter, but I think
Penn State, Notre Dame, Oregon, Texas. My final four.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And I also I like Texas.
The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Sports Ball Podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.